Welcome everyone to some more Genshin Impact. And today I'll be doing the world quest called Unfinished Comedy, as we can see right here. Yeah, it's one of the world quests I haven't done yet. And I'm not sure how long it's gonna be. Probably like, I don't know. But basically there's a bunch of other things with this quest as well, so it'll be a while. And we're gonna get started with this quest. And, of course, it's been suspended many times because, you know, did the Archon quest and also a story quest. So now we can at least, finally continue the quest. Okay, but first let's go read it. So the quest is Game of the Rich, talk to Darcy. You arrive in the Fortress of Meropide. And we're going to continue the quest. You're born in the land of grievances. Story quest. Oh, that's not released yet, so let's do this quest. This quest requires a significant amount of time to complete. You will not be able to continue progression on occupied quests until this quest is complete. You will not be able to undo this action once you confirm accepting this quest. Please consider carefully before accepting it. Well, since the other quest is not available right now, like literally, Risley's not released. I think it's Risley's quest, I don't know. And he's like 5 days from now, like from his release, so we have plenty of time. So yeah, confirm. Okay, let's go do it. Oh, and also friend, we have little leisurely otter out here. Adorable. Anyways, let's get started with this quest line. Okay, here's the person. Okay. Hello, ma'am, and hello to your cute companion, Dirty Face Darcy, at your service. Dirty Face? That's right, just call me Dirty Face Darcy. They used to call me Pretty Face on the outside, but that nickname is just so lame. Please, just call me Dirty Face instead. Oh, that's just a cool nickname. I wash my face every day. You don't have to stand all the way over there. Any news? Or where's the action at? Too bad it's not time for pancreation yet. Let me think. How about this? Why don't I take you to have some fun? A few folks have locked horns over the chance to go outside. I have no idea those Fontaine Research Institute guys could dish it out like that. I'm guessing they'll be here any minute now. What do you think? Think of it as an opening act before the real pancreation match starts. Want to check it out? Sure. Okay, let's go then. Let's go. And the quest has started. Okay. How do I pronounce this? Estienne? I guess. Hi, Estienne. I've brought 2 new friends with me. Your new friends may have come at a bad time. See that? They're gonna be at it for a while. That's an unscientific way of keeping score. Besides, the participants were unsupervised. Is that any way to produce convincing results? I'm calling for a reassessment. This is a competition. Of course we should have a refined system and fair rules. Participants who don't follow the rules should be disqualified. You talk a good game. I'd expect nothing less from someone who's been through the ringer. If you're referring to the fraudulent thesis case, I've already made my point several times now. The case is still under investigation. It's useless to try and attack my character with something like that. If you say so, After all, you're the only one who knows the truth. Oh, it's Genevieve and Rave again. I'll talk to you about my thing later then. I'm gonna bounce for now. I'll leave my 2 new friends to you. And he leaves. He just left us, just like that. Some guide, Paimon gives him 0 stars. 0. Mr. Guard, as the organizer, it's not exactly proper for you to stay out of this discussion of the rules, is it? Huh, this is just a game to pass the time. How was I supposed to know you'd all get so riled up over it, let alone take it this seriously? Right, why don't we introduce the rules of the game to the new players? A game? I'm definitely gonna win. I haven't agreed to play yet. That's right, we don't even know what this game is. If it's an eating competition, Paimon will absolutely play. But if it's some sort of game involving a lot of hard work and very little reward, then you can forget about it. Don't try and change the subject. We're already halfway through the game, and they don't even know the fundamental rules. They can't just join in now. So, what are you guys playing? Coupon Millionaire. Paimon has never heard of such a game. Of course not. This is just what the heartless guards play to make fun of us. Everyone loses, and I'm sure you know who wins. That's not true. You work to earn coupons during the game, and the one that has the most coupons will get an even better reward from me. So everyone wins, but one person wins more than the rest. A reward better than coupons? What could it be? In Darcy's words, a chance to be under the sun. Some of our periodic checks need to be performed outside, and I get to decide who gets these jobs. It wouldn't be very interesting if I just picked based on my preference. So I created Coupon Millionaire, and those who want to go outside are free to sign up. Whoever gets the most coupons wins the game. If you feel that your strength alone will be insufficient, you can find others to group up with. As for how you earn coupons, I don't care about that. As far as games go, the rules are really vague. It's part of the strategy. Does the Fontaine Research Institute not have similar games? How about you, Darcy's new friends? Our options. Sorry, everyone, but I'm going to win. It's not very attractive. It's not impossible to come back from behind, but only those who have the means will be able to do it. As for them, Stan, maybe you should arrange a special competition for children. Children's competition? Paimon doesn't know who you are, but you shouldn't underestimate us. We've seen some things. It's just a game, and we're gonna cruise through it. No, I will definitely be the biggest winner. Oh wow, a real child, and a confident one at all. That's what Cater said, and he's never lied to me. What are you all doing here? You again, Istian? I didn't break any rules, did I? In fact, I even increased everyone's work efficiency, and that should be to my credit. You know what I mean? Know your place, Istian. You're a guard, and you should use your powers to make them obey you. I have my way of doing things, and you, Noailles, it's been some time since you arrived here at the fortress. You should try blending in a little more. Laziness, apathy. I will restore order here, starting with you. Stop this gathering and go back to what you were doing. I am not as lenient as Estian. If I'm going to restore order, then punishments are a must. I don't think you want to know what they are. Are there things that even I don't know? We don't need to waste any of your time on this game that we play to kill time. The fortress is huge, and I'm sure there are other things that require your attention. I don't need you to remind me. Finally, being serious can be a virtue, but being overly serious is something else. Anyway, now that the annoying guy is gone, will you join the game, Darcy's new friends? What sort of person leaves their friends behind anyway? We aren't his friends. In fact, Paimon's gonna use his uncool nickname to address him. That pretty face is a jerk. Huh. Wait a minute. That nickname doesn't sound all that mean. Alright then. What should we call you? Call me Paimon, and this is Aya. As for the game, we'll need more time to think about this. Sure. If you change your mind, please feel free to talk to me. Okay, so we have to find the girl from earlier. Ah, she's over here. Hello. There you are. Oh, you again. And you're, are you a bird, little one? A bird? Paimon doesn't look like a bird. Indeed, Paimon, you don't. That's so strange. You can fly, but you're not a bird. Are you an evil dragon? Or an evil dragling? She's not, probably? Why did you hesitate? Anyway, she's Aya, and Paimon's name is Paimon. What's your name? I'm Lenoir, I guess? Miss Aya and Miss Paimon, will you please tell me whether the evil sorcerer is still there? The evil sorcerer? Yes, with black clothes and a staff that has branches sticking out of it. Gator said that I mustn't get spotted by that sorcerer, or things will get very bad. Was it the person that we just saw? Yep, Paimon thinks so too. Must have been a guard, right? So who's this bad sorcerer? Estienne or Noels? Estienne is a good sorcerer. He brought me flowers when he returned last time. They had the same color as my skirt. Then Cater taught me to put them into books to make pressed flowers. That way my books would smell nice too. Is this what they call the fragrance of knowledge? Noels, then. Gosh, our options. Estienne said he was annoying too. No plot twist? Boring. Just what kind of story are you looking for anyway? Anyway, this evil sorcerer's gone now. Still, why is a little kid like you in the Fortress of Meropide? I've always been here. Why does everyone ask me that? It's so strange. Don't you two have your own home too? Home is where your family is. That's what Cater said too, which is why I have a home that you don't know about. How do you call a place that you don't know home? Wait, I can't? That's a toughie. But I'm sure Cater knows the answer. He knows lots of things and a lot of stories. Might Cater, by any chance, be a kid who looks about the same age as you? Nope, He's a lot taller than me. Taller than Messiah. Taller than the evil sorcerer. But I think he's afraid of the evil sorcerer. He lost his sword, and the evil sorcerer has a powerful staff. So he hides when the evil sorcerer comes out. This Cater sounds mysterious. And maybe Lenoir is just too young? She hasn't been very clear about herself at all. Maybe this Cater knows more? I guess we could go meet him. We want to meet Cater. Will you take us to see him? Sure, but it's too soon to go back. I want to explore this place while the evil sorcerer isn't here. Will you come with me? Sure, let's go. Let's go. Oh. Go on an adventure with Lenoir. Lenoir? I'm not quite sure of the pronunciations of these names here, so I am trying my best. Hit the... okay. Well. This is really, unusual? I don't know. Oh, what's that? Ouch! I'm sorry. Are you alright? What happened? It's the evil sorcerer's magic. We'll be trapped if we get caught in it. Sorry, the light's broken, and this expert here isn't anywhere near as good as he claimed. I never said such a thing. Oh, it's you. It's alright, you're a good sorceress. But that bright light really hurt my eyes. And they're bickering a little bit, I guess. Turning out the... okay.
What should we do for our next performance?
oh, we just have to stand in front of it. Interesting that we had an option to turn it off or something. Okay. Phew. Guess our adventure's almost at an end. The coupon cafeteria is our final stop. So the ultimate destination of adventuring is a good meal. Not bad, right? Adventures take a toll on your body, so eating afterward is a must. That's right, and I've never seen someone as small as Miss Paimon. You're even smaller than Miss Seachween. You should eat more so you can grow bigger. Oh, the options. I think Paimon's fine just the way she is. Or the thought of Paimon growing up. That gives me a headache. I'll say this one. Paimon thinks so too. Let's talk to Bran and see if we'll get something good. Yep, it'd be nice if it was the delicious Tasse Ragout though. Greetings, Bran. Greetings. What what can I do for you? 2 free meals, please. Negative. According to the Fortress of Meropide's coupon cafeteria regulations, only 1 free meal per day shall be permitted per person. I'm getting 1 for Paimon too. That's right, don't forget about Paimon. Understood. Enjoy. I'll have 1 too. Understood. Enjoy. Miss Aya, Miss Paimon, let's open our meals together, alright? 3, 2, 1. Wow, mine's Tase Ragout. What did you 2 get? Ew, what is this? It certainly looks like food. Wow, this looks kinda disgusting. So I got the only good meal? Will there be enough if we split it into 3 portions? There's even a fortune inside. What does yours say? Paimon's fortune says, luck only brings fleeting pleasure. Lifelong happiness requires hard work. Now Paimon's mad. How about you, Aya? Things happen. Don't take it personally. Just wow. Mine says misfortune is an illness and caring friends are the cure. The 2 of you went on adventures with me, so you're definitely caring friends. But you got the disgusting meals. The sorceress said that I must remember to pay it forward. So now it's my turn to cure you. Let's go to the Rag and Bone shop. Here we got a little fortune slip. Anyways. And we got the suspicious dish as well. You know what's interesting? I got that exact same one when I talked to the NPC at one point. How interesting that history just repeated itself. Anyways. Hello, Alvard. Hey, Skylark. Want a Fanta? We just got a new shipment. How about your friends? So this is the Rag and Bone shop. If you have coupons, we have everything from home supplies like Hydro Phantasm Taint Begone to devices that can help you in the Pancration Ring. Our wares are trusted and loved by all and sundry. You name it, Rag and Bone shop has it. Why would we need something like this? I'm confused. Devices that help you? What do you mean? They're for regulars only. Or if you happen to have friends who are our regulars, I suppose I can show them to you. The special items must be pre-ordered though. Or if you're lucky enough, you might find what you want on the for sale list. We do have the other stuff stocked at all times. So back to my question. How about some Fanta? I want everything in Uncle Albert's store. That's... what? That's not going to be a problem? Okay. Let's see. We're almost through with this shipment and only food and drinks are left. But they'll cost you a good number of coupons. Really? Are you sure it won't be a problem? Problem? If you mean coupons, Cater gave me a ton of them, so I should have enough. The food and drinks here are really great, and you're going to love them, Miss Paimon. Cater said that coupons make unfair things fair. Only I got the delicious Tase Ragout at the coupon cafeteria, and that was unfair. So now I'm going to use my coupons to buy something delicious for the two of you. Time to eat then. Or something doesn't feel right. Well, I will admit this is really strange, so... Well, Lenoir said there are plenty of delicious food and drinks. Estienne said that hunger and gross food reduce our work efficiency and put us in a bad mood. We're going to see Cater soon, and we wanna be in a good mood when we see him. That's why we need to fill our stomachs with delicious food. We're counting on you, Uncle Albert. We don't... Oh, it's sold out. I was about to say, we don't have enough, but I have 75, but it's all sold out. Wait, did I? No, I didn't. I thought I... No. Okay. Okay. Sure, thank you for the business. If Lenoir says so, we'll dig in. Yep, have a good meal, Miss Paimon. That was amazing. Paimon's so full she can barely walk. She's getting sleepy too. Why are we here again? If you can't remember, then maybe it wasn't important. Why are you here, Lenoir? I want to say the first one. Paimon remembers now. We're supposed to be looking for Cater. Let's go. But I don't know if he's there. If not, we can wait. He might be back soon. Okay. That was just really strange. It's like, it opened up the shop. We literally cannot get anything. And part of me was like, oh, did I buy something here before? But no, I didn't. So I'm like, I'm just confused. Very confused. Should I just teleport? Anyways, moving along from that bit of confusion. Cater, I'm back. Welcome back, Lenoir. Looks like you've made some friends. Yes, they're Miss Aya and Miss Paimon. Miss Paimon is small and she can fly, but she's not a bird. She's not a Sealy either. Maybe a small Oceanid? No wonder no one has seen anything like her or knows anything about her. Paimon's Paimon. That's right, Paimon's just Paimon. She's not a Sealy or an Oceanid. Wait, you're a Cater? You look about the same age as Lenoir. Nice to meet you, Miss Aya, Miss Paimon. Please call me Caterpillar. Please don't be so formal. That feels so strange. Since you're Lenoir's friends, sure, I can do that. Wait a minute. We've heard the name Caterpillar before, haven't we? From who? Or maybe from someone in Sumeru? Ah, that's right! Julian, the painter we met at Samudra Coast. Do you remember him? So you're the caterpillar he mentioned. Oh, is that the painter who's colorblind? Like, his quest is like available in the area where the oasis is. Not like next to it, but like in the region. You've met Julian? He really went to Sumeru, huh? How was he? Well... According to Julian, his ability to paint everything exactly as he sees it came from you. Did you really give him that power? Is that really what he said? I can't decide if he was exaggerating. Wait, so he was lying? But the painting he made for Pepper looked so real, even though the color was a bit off. That was an ability he already had. What I did was to give him certainty. The purer the person, the more obvious the effect of such support is. Pure, huh? Well, he did look kind of gullible. And as for the marvelous bird egg, and the tea leaves that activate the imbibber's potential? What? I'm confused. He did spend a lot of coupons to get them, yes. I didn't know that he would break his certainty like that. I guess you could say that things turn out for the best, though. Anyway, both of you and La Noire are children, right? So is your guardian here? Why are the two of you in a place like this? Cater's not a child. Indeed, I am not. As for my present appearance, you can think of it as an illness of sorts. Huh, so that's how it is. I've been here for a long time. Well, because of what I've done in the past. But it's more complicated for La Noire. She was born here. Here? In the fortress? You're a strange one, Miss Paimon. I've already told you that I've always been here, haven't I? Agnes, her mother, was plagued by a chronic illness and passed away some time ago. I don't stick my nose into other people's lives, so I didn't know about their situation. But regardless, La Noire wound up with no one to care for her. Maybe it's because I've been here for a long time, and La Noire has taken to me. But either way, Estienne's asked me to look after her. So that's how it is. But she shouldn't be here, right? It's not like she's done anything wrong. You're right. I'm just looking after her for now, and she really should be with her family. And fortunately, she does indeed have a family outside the fortress. So that's what she meant when she said she has a home that she doesn't know about. Will she be able to reunite with them soon? About that. Things are a little complicated, and I'm afraid it won't happen all that soon. How come? Because she doesn't have any proof of identity. Maybe Agnes didn't think of that either. She was the one who'd have needed to start the process to send La Noire away from the fortress. How about her other family members? Estienne said that Agnes wrote them in the past, but that she never received a reply and thus stopped trying altogether. If they knew about the current situation, they might change their minds. That's why I want to take her to her family. And if they don't want to take her in, we'll figure something else out then. Why can't I stay here? Sure, there's an evil sorcerer, but there's a good sorcerer, and you're here too. I don't want to leave. Mother never came back after leaving the fortress. If I leave, does that mean that I'll never come back just like my mother? And I never see you again either, Cater. Agnes left? I don't think La Noire can comprehend what happened. Ah. Either way, this is no place for a child to grow up. How will a sprout bloom without sunlight? You should get out of this place, La Noire. You've heard all the stories already. There's a real world outside and a family that you are connected to. I'll go with you, so you needn't be afraid. I believe you. You've never lied to me. But how will you get her out without proof of identity?
Gosh, that scared me.
Is there anything we can do to help? Is there some loophole or a backdoor we can use? There are options, but they're too risky. How about this then? Let's follow the rules, albeit not that strictly. How will that work? Every so often, Estienne will bring a few people with him to do some work outside. We use this chance to get Lenoir back to her family. She doesn't have any proof of identification to begin with, and the disappearance of someone who never existed on paper isn't exactly going to make news here in the fortress. You aren't talking about Coupon Millionaire, are you? Paimon remembers Estienne saying that whoever gets the most coupons within a time limit will win the chance to go outside. Whoops, our coupons went straight to our stomachs. And Lenoir spent a ton more cleaning the rag and bone shop out. We're sure to lose now. What are we gonna do? We won't lose. If Kidder says we'll win, we'll definitely win. Lenoir, Paimon suspects you aren't grasping the gravity of the situation at all. Can we get the coupons refunded? You can just say that she's a child who didn't understand the rules. Or, sorry, we'll just have to wait for the next opportunity. It's fine. The coupons I gave to Lenoir were for her to use as she pleased. This little mishap won't change the outcome. Paimon still feels kinda bad though. Why don't we help you? Paimon remembers Estienne saying that you can play the game as a group. Really, Miss Paimon? You and Miss Aya will play the game with us too? Yep. And we'll win this thing together. With us here, this will be a piece of cake. There are 4 of us after all. Still, how can we get the most coupons in the least amount of time? I already feel much better knowing that you'll be helping us. Thank you both. As for how to get the coupons, I have a few ideas, but that can wait until tomorrow. You must be exhausted. If you don't mind, why don't you rest up first? There's enough space here. Good idea. Aya, if you're tired, why don't we call it an early night?
Okay, take a break nearby. Oh, over there. Also, I did notice that, like, maybe I should pronounce the shortened version of the name to Catter instead. That would make sense since it's caterpillar. Now that I think about it, the way I say it makes it sound like there's an A, but it's an ER. Anyways, I noticed, like, there's this, like, darkness or something, like, on the hands and legs. I wonder what... He mentioned it's a curse, right? What is that curse? I feel like I've seen something like this before, but, I'm not 100% sure. Anyways, let's go take a break.
I'm feeling a little tired. Should we rest now? Yes, let's do that.
Oh, maybe there was more things I could have asked. It's fine.
Catter, what story are you gonna tell me today? I've already heard a lot of stories with heroes as the main characters. Today, I'll tell you a story about a little girl then. A little girl? Can a little girl also be the main character? Of course she can. It's her own story after all. In other stories, she might be a hero herself. Or an evil dragon. There are all kinds of roles she can play. Long, long ago, there was a little girl who lived in a giant's garden. The giant took special care of the flowers in the garden and wouldn't allow anyone to pluck even a single one of them. To keep intruder out, the giant built a towering wall around it. Because of this, the little girl living in the giant's garden had never set foot outside of it even once. The giant always told her that the world outside was a dangerous place, and that the garden was the safest place she could live in. And then what? Did the little girl listen to the giant? I bet she didn't. If she did, then the story would end there. You're right. The little girl never was one for doing what she was told. Uh-huh. As for the rest of the story, well, let's save that for next time. Huh. Interesting. Okay, look for the 2. Oh. Okay, some things from the Institute. Wait a minute. Is this a doorway? Huh. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, it seems like we've come at a bad time. What's everyone doing here? If I'm not mistaken, you must be Aya and Paimon. I'll come back to your question in a moment. I consulted records from the last 100 years, and I couldn't find any record of a caterpillar. In light of this possible mislaying of documents, we'll need your cooperation to recreate them. There's nothing pressing about the matter, if you ask me. What's the rush about? Estienne, I often get the impression that you couldn't care less about restoring order to this place. I can't agree with your viewpoint. People who habitually indulge their every whim just can't see that too much freedom actually does them harm. I'll restore order to this chaos using my own methods. I'll advise you again not to stand in the way of my work. Chaos? Isn't that just another word for thinking on your feet? You know what? Forget it. Is Caterpillar your real name? Additionally, I'll need you to state your crime in as much detail as possible. The time, location, as well as the final sentence pronounced. The more details you provide, the greater the likelihood we'll have of retrieving your records. If your file was indeed lost, we can fill in a portion of your records based on your statement. I've been called Caterpillar for as long as I can remember. I think this name suits me best, and it's the closest thing I have to a real name. Real name, Caterpillar. Confirmed to be correct. Next, state your crime. I carried out a certain task under my master's orders. I failed, but some people suffered because of it nonetheless. This was my crime. Your master? I'll need their full name. Also, when did this occur? Unlike me, he has many names. This happened a long time ago. Are you messing with me? Everything I've said is the truth. His voice sounds too low to be that of a child. I apologize. Were you looking for a more dramatic account? Or for some lurid details to ignite your imagination? As for what happened that day, I can recount it sparing no detail. From the furnishings of that clandestine hall to the thoughts of my companion, which I ventured to speculate on. But that's all just a fabrication of the mind made after the fact. We both know that's not what you're really after, for these are nothing more than stories masquerading as the truth. The real story has already turned to smoke along with that barren garden. What you want to know is a pure truth. The truth is that the culprit is where he should be. The other minutia and trivialities are of no significance to you. They're inconsequential, and thus won't shake up your order in the slightest. There's nothing here for you to trouble yourself with. Everything is as it should be. The culprit is where he should be. There's nothing here for me to trouble myself with. Everything is as it should be. Compared to the temporarily missing file, surely the misuse of the Raquel loudspeaker is a more obvious problem. Apart from the unauthorized use, we've also received a number of complaints recently of nervous breakdowns caused by its repeated use. You're right, Estienne. The guards have an even greater duty to put a stop to this sort of rule breaking. We should investigate the matter immediately. What are we waiting for then? Let's get this show on the road. That's odd. Why did he flip at the drop of a hat? There's something fishy about this. Could it have something to do with that stuffed caterpillar said? Paimon just felt a little sleepy when she heard it. Let's just ask him directly. Sorry for the delay. About the way I said I got the coupons earlier. What did you do to him? Someone that aggressive doesn't seem like the type to take advice from anyone. Why would he give up so easily? Just a few small tricks. The culprit is where he should be. This is an undeniable fact. Making someone as straightforward as him certain of an undeniable fact isn't exactly hard. Like that time with Jillian? That's right, just like that time with Jillian. I've been here for a long time, as you know. After staying in one place for a long time, it's only natural to pick up a few handy tricks to exert some degree of influence over your environment. Almost too handy, I'd say. Changing a stubborn person's mind with just a few simple phrases almost sounds like magic. Could there have been times when we were also influenced by magic without even knowing it? Would someone even realize that they're being influenced? Paimon was already a bit sleepy, but now her head is totally spinning. It's not as simple as it looks. There are always limits to the application of tricks like these, and the results aren't always what you'd hope for. It's like with Julian. He always had a knack for art, but he lacked confidence because of his visual impairment. The certainty that he could draw well was inside him to begin with. But in other cases, the concept of certainty is just too abstract, making it difficult to predict the outcome. So, I did take a chance this time. I just thought that if he held us up here, it would keep delaying the plan to get Lenoir out of the fortress. Besides, I doubt you wanted to be questioned by him repeatedly either. Well, let's see. You shouldn't take chances like that. Or, well, you've got to take chances to achieve your goals. You're absolutely right. Back to the matter at hand. If you've changed your mind and want to back out, I understand completely. Lenoir might be sad for a time, though. For her, playmates like you are hard to come by. We've already made a promise to her, so we can't just go back on our own word. Right? A promise is a promise. Yeah, consider this our way of helping her out. Speaking of which, where is she? She went on an adventure early this morning. Probably to rehearse for what's to come after she leaves this place. It's just as well I have a few headaches to go take care of soon. You can usually get a reward for helping others, including the guards. Take care of some headaches. Oh, we totally get that. Sounds just like some of the Adventurers Guild's commissions. I see. Would you two join me on this next commission then? Sure. Where are we going? The abandoned production zone in the lower levels. Huh. Oh, okay. Yeah, so it seems like we should do this first. Okay, go to the abandoned production zone. Also, I think this area... Yeah, this area is definitely, like, something I checked out at some point. Although I couldn't progress, like, too much with it. And I think this is where I can. But I'm not 100% sure. I'll have to see. Because, like, some of the pathways, like, were, like, dead ends. Well, I mean... Yes, but some of them seemed like I could progress further, but it was like locked out. If that makes any sense. No one comes here anymore after the geode mineshaft was closed. And the devices here aren't meant for just anyone to handle. And that's exactly what happened this time. Someone tinkered with the drive valve and trapped their own companion. Oh. Anyway, let's get it to open up the passage to the supply warehouse 1. By the way, if they offer you a drink, you'd best say no. Who's going to offer us a drink? And why won't we take it? You'll find out soon enough. Okay. Wait, where are we going? Oh, we have to go that. Okay, so where's my mouse? We have to go this way. Oh, this'll take a while. So we have to wait till it turns completely around first. Well, this is interesting. There we go. Okay, it didn't take too long. Let's make sure we've got the gear drive train. We'll need it later. Is it this one? Wait, I thought I could grab something. Yay! Okay, here we go. Okay. I was like wondering, it's like, why can't I grab it? Okay, I just had to find the correct angle. And we just do this until this has the doorway. Still nothing. Come on. Here we go. Oh, hello? I mean, we were told that someone was here, but still. Meetool, are you alright? I hope you weren't trapped for too long. My savior, you're finally here. Where's Koblenz? He's not with you? He told me about trapping you here and asked for my help, but he left because the guard interrupted us. I knew he wasn't reliable. He probably ran away because he felt guilty. I mean, how do you make money in business if you don't take risk? He was clumsy and too cautious to boot. I mean, pure water is one thing, but even Fanta is available nowadays. If Fanta is here, how are we supposed to survive? Ow. What? You like Fanta too? Don't you like Fanta? I do. I have to admit, it's a formidable rival. Anyway, I have to settle this with Koblenz. By the way, has he paid you? Nope. Sometimes I want to stuff him in a large bucket. That'll make him reflect on what he's done. Anyway, please take these coupons. Take them, you two, if you would. What? You want us to take all of it? Of course. Thank you. Then, we can go to the rag and bone shop later to see if they have anything new. By the way, I'd like to apologize for dragging you into this. I have some fresh health drinks. Would you like a bottle? Fresh health drinks? Yep, healthier than pure water, in fact. I thought we're not supposed to take anything. Our options are, I'll take one or I'll have a Fanta, please. Well, I have that too. Wait, do you have a problem with my healthy drinks? Let me tell you. That's not what I meant. It's just that we, had lots of drinks before coming here. But Paimon bets these drinks are good. We'll make sure to try one next time. Bad timing, huh? Well, come back when you get a chance. It'll be my treat. Anyway, I must go talk to Koblenz now. I have something else to take care of, so I need to get going. Don't worry too much about the coupons. I'll put the clues I come across on the blackboard. Let's meet up later. See you later.
Is this an answer from this world?
Okay. Miss Aya, it's Paimon. We've fallen way behind. It's true.
Ooh, whoa.
I've gone to ask Estienne about the current situation, and this seems to be the case. So...
Oh. Yeah, we don't have a lot of coupons.
Let Paimon see. Oh, looks like you got some coupons too, Caterpillar. Wait, aren't we still dead last? Even Darcy's ahead of us. He entered a competition by himself, didn't he? How can this be happening? Because he helped the guards take care of no small number of nuisances. For example, Miss Monglane often asks him for help. Paimon sees. Wait a minute, does that mean he was so nice to us at the start because he could gain something from it? Also, won't we lose for sure if this keeps up? If only Paimon hadn't eaten so much at the rag and bone shop earlier. No matter. All that counts is the total number of coupons collected within the time limit. Using coupons you already have doesn't affect the total count. That means you can eat even more, Miss Paimon. Anwar, our problem right now is that we're about to lose the competition. Aren't you guys the least bit worried? There's still plenty of time left before the end. We'll make it. Okay, so the options are, today was exhausting. Let's keep going tomorrow. Or, we're going to take the lead straight from last place. Now I'm motivated. Are you tired, Miss Aya? Let me rub your shoulders. That's playing favorites, Lanoir. Paimon's tired too. Okay, then I'll rub your shoulders too. Okay. Tomorrow we divide and conquer. We'll reconvene here once we make some gains. Sound good? We'll make better time this way. Indeed. That sounds like a better plan. Also, if you don't mind, we can rest here just like before. Sure. You can take a break now if you're tired.
Okay, we go back to over there to rest. First, let's see what the dialogue is here.
That one's nothing like Fontaine in that she really wants to take a dip in a volcanic hot spring? Interesting. Some Natlan lore.
Oh wait, this is the same conversation. Oops. I am very curious about what Natlan will be like when it's in the game in like maybe a year? I don't know. I mean, like so far we get a new region every year. So Natlan is like probably like next year? I mean, it is chapter 5, but I mean like being released like the typical time frame, I guess. Obviously, we'll have to find out soon. I mean, find out in the future, but, you know.
I am so curious. Should we rest now? Yes. Catter, tell me more of the story about the little girl. Last time, we left off with the little girl living in the giant's garden. I bet she leaves the giant's garden, but how does she get out of there? One day, the little girl heard the sound of a woman's voice coming from beyond a towering wall. Kind-hearted giant, I am in need of the little purple flowers from your garden. Would you please give me some? The giant refused, of course, and furiously bellowed at the woman on the other side of the garden wall to leave at once. But the woman did not leave. And from a short distance away, she lamented that she had journeyed from afar for the little purple flowers in the garden, which she needed to cure a sick friend's illness. Hearing the woman's plight, the little girl felt sorry for her and her friend. The giant had so many flowers in the garden. Surely having one or two less wouldn't hurt. Thus, the little girl approached the garden wall and whispered to the woman that she was willing to bring the woman a few of the little purple flowers. Except, the little girl said, the giant wouldn't let her leave, and the garden's walls were so tall that she wasn't sure how she would be able to get the flowers to her from inside. From the other side of the wall, the woman told the little girl that she was actually a witch that knew many magic spells. And if the little girl could bring her the flowers she needed from the giant's garden, she could use her magic to help the little girl leave that garden. Did the little girl decide to help the witch? I bet she did. Otherwise, the witch wouldn't be able to cure her friend's illness, right? But the giant said she couldn't leave the garden. If she left, wouldn't she get punished somehow? It's getting late. Let's leave that part of the story for next time.
Okay, so we have to obtain more coupons now. Wait. Okay, so we have to go down the floor. So what are we going to do now is the question.
Careful. Oh, we have some quests over here.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, where is it?
Oh, over here. Hello, what is it? Is there anything we can help with? It would be better if there's compensation. You didn't join STN's game, did you? You should know when to stop. Nonetheless, there is something that I need your help with. Kleins should be repairing his device or whatever it is by the Rift of Erosion. Go help him out, would you? Just ask him for compensation. He won't object. He'll take care of it.
Okay, now we have something to do. Okay, so we had to go this way.
Wait, what's the quest called?
Oh. Oh yeah, all of the quests here are called like scenes from life in Meropide.
Oh, and we get a lot of coupons for this too.
Okay, let's see. Well, first we had to get to the destination first. Ow, my legs. Ow. I really gotta stop sitting on my legs so much when I'm streaming.
Oh yeah, and also another thing, I feel like it's kind of obvious, but I do kind of have allergies. It's nothing like serious or anything, but it's like annoying, so it's kind of affecting my ability to read more than usual.
I sure hope everything goes smoothly.
Oh, hello.
With that money business.
Just in time. Come help me out. We won't do this for free, though. I'll ask Galvarite to apply for your payment later. Huh? She said we can get compensation from you directly. Did she? Alright then. Applying for funds here is even harder than from the Fontaine Research Institute. Anyway, the task is nothing difficult. The research terminal here requires 2 people to operate it simultaneously, and I've already entered the commands. Just walk over and pull the lever. I almost forgot. The charging device should be nearby. Please install the charging device first before starting. And just to double check, you're not machine killers, are you? It depends on how you define machine killers. Why do you ask? I asked Galvana for help last time, and even though I only looked away for a moment, when I looked back, the terminal was already destroyed. I asked her what happened, but she couldn't tell me. I found out from her sister later that no machines can survive under her for more than half a day. Even Elaine Guillotine would have given up on her, I suspect. Even the repair fee was deducted from my compensation. If you're just like her, then all my hard work will be in vain. What a story. We're definitely not like her. Don't worry. I'm counting on you then.
Interesting. Okay, so we have to get the thing. Yeah, this thing.
Wait, do we need this one?
Ah, yes, we do.
Looking good. If we weren't in a place like this, I would have hired you as my assistants. This is too easy. By the way, what does this device do? There was a rift that connected to the outside, and it had to be watched. Now we can just seal the passage with this device and save manpower. This is nothing new to the Fontaine Research Institute anyway, but since I have plenty of time, I modified it a little. What you're seeing now isn't even its final form, which was actually deployed at the Geode mineshaft. I think I spoke too much. Just pretend you didn't hear anything. So, there are exits in the Geode mineshaft. Is the final version more powerful?
Okay.
Right, you're a smart one. But if you were smarter, you would have kept that to yourself and not blurted it out. Anyway, problem solved. Galvana no longer needs to come down too often, and I can take a break. Ah, yes. I almost forgot about your compensation. Thanks for the help. Okay. Got a lot of coupons as well. Can anyone help me? Please, I'm begging you, help this poor soul. Are you alright? Oh, thank goodness. Finally, some kind people. You see, it's my son's birthday tomorrow, and I'd like to send him a letter. But to get a letter sent out to the Fortress of Meropide, you have to queue up here. And I don't have the time for that. Huh? Why not? There was a major safety incident in the production zone, so I have to get there immediately. I was hoping someone could stand in line for me, but... I know this is what I deserve, but my son is innocent. Why should he have to pay for my crimes, too? All I want is to send him a letter so he knows his father hasn't forgotten his birthday and loves him very much. But I can't even do that. Poor guy. We'll help him, won't we, Aya? You will? I don't have much in the way of money on me right now, but I'll be sure to pay you a fair price for your trouble based on the market average. The market average? Yes, I've lined up for other people before, so I know the going rate. It's alright, don't sweat it. We're happy to help. Thank you so much. You're great people. Oh, I forgot to ask for your names. I'm the Sombra. And you... Paimon is Paimon and she is Aya. We're adventure buddies. Well, it's good to meet you, Paimon. Aya, here's the letter. Just hand it to Lutz over there. They're lifesavers. Don't worry. We'll take care of it. The Sombra leaves in a hurry after handing over the letter. A long time passes before you and Paimon notice that the short queue hasn't moved an inch. You could be here a while. Suddenly, your attention is drawn to a conversation between two people behind you. This is taking forever, and the air is so stuffy here. I can barely breathe. First time queuing here, huh, kid? Welcome to the infamous slowest queue in the Fortress of Meropide. Surprised you've never heard of it. Lutz has a tendency to slow things down by embellishing the letters as he types them out. Can't help himself. Then, of course, we have to check through them all over again to make sure we're happy with it. Blah, blah, blah. Are you kidding me? Gods, I'm going weak at the knees. Hang in there, buddy. If you pass out, you'll only have to start all over again tomorrow. It's happened before, you know. One guy's on his third visit and still hasn't managed to send his letter. Third visit? Jeez, sucks to be him. Huh, you bet it does. It takes a special kind of bad luck to fail 3 times in a row. He's a legend in the Meropide queuing community. We call him Unlucky December. If you're interested, I can tell you more about him. To be honest, I'm not really in the mood. Ah, come on, cheer up. Anyway, it all started the day before yesterday. It was sweltering hot that afternoon. I said I'm not... Whatever, carry on. The Sombra came to me that afternoon saying he had to line up to send a letter the following day. He asked me if I could cover his shift as a porter in the coupon cafeteria. I was gonna say no because it sounded like more trouble than it was worth, but it gave me the old puppy eyes and said how he'd missed his chance the last time because he overslept, and how his son was still waiting for his letter. So I took pity on him and agreed to help him out. But guess what I saw when I got off work yesterday? I saw him looking for someone to cover his work, and the excuse was still the same. He needed to send a letter. So I went over and asked him what happened. He said he'd learned from his mistakes and woke up early in the morning to queue up. But he still didn't manage to send the letter due to unforeseen complications. Don't tell me. He joined the wrong line. No, but that's almost as funny as what actually happened. He skipped breakfast to get in the line early, but by the afternoon he was running on empty and starting to lose it. He tried to push through, but suddenly everything went black, and there was a loud thud. It was so cold, and by the time he regained consciousness, they were closed for the day. Huh, what a loser. Wait, did I don't think I had anything to eat either. Crumbs. Now my stomach's starting to growl. Did they say Mr. Desombra? Paimon didn't realize what we lined up for. Good thing we always have food with us for emergencies.
Gosh, the first option.
And because you're always hungry. Nothing's more important in life than a full stomach. Queuing for a long time gets tedious and tiring. You start to forget your purpose here. Only the occasional background noise and chatter serves to remind you that, despite how it feels, time is indeed moving. I'm feeling lightheaded. Man, I really hope I don't have to do this all over again tomorrow. Eat this. You need something in your stomach. Next time, remember to bring food and water when you go on a long queue. Thank you, but it's crazy that you're talking about this queue like it's a marathon. Huh, listen up, maggot. This is the most brutal, godforsaken slice of hell in the whole Fortress of Meropide. It makes Pancration look like a walk in the park. But it's just... Every queuer worth their salt knows to plan properly before committing to join the line. Some people bring a stool for rest breaks, and some of the more hardcore folks have even been known to camp outside the entrance the night before. But it's just a queue. This is no ordinary queue, rookie. This is war. Everyone is expected to give 110%. Even unlucky Desombra has multiple contingency plans. Sadly, the best laid plans are no match for fate. On my way back from the production zone earlier, I saw him leaving the line and heading in the direction of the coupon cafeteria. So I asked him, "Hey, aren't you supposed to be in the queue?" And do you know what his answer was? He'd gotten so fixated on queuing that he forgot the most important thing of all. He didn't bring his letter with him, so he had to leave and come back. I really have to meet this guy. Sounds like quite a character. What? He forgot his letter? Man, Desombra's luck really is terrible. Wait, then what did he give us? Didn't he give us his letter? Right, he handed it right to us. Paimon is getting to get pretty confused. Let's take a peek at it. Oh my gosh, this is the letter I kept seeing posted on the subreddit.
Like the screenshot of it, because I was like, what is this?
Beautifully written letter. Let's go read it, shall we? To my love, my gosh. Oh gosh, I had to read this. To my love, my dearest Monsieur Nouvelette. I know not how many days and nights have passed since our previous trial. My dreams have been filled with longing for your face, so kind, so handsome. It excites me, agitates me to know that I shall be leaving this place, and that I shall see you once more. As I said, I will do anything to see you again, and I can wait no longer. Indeed, not one moment more, for you to castigate me,
your humble defendant. And this time I promise, I swear, you will remember my name. Your admirer, White Lily. This feels like a fan fiction.
Yeah, let's see what he wrote. Whoa, what the heck is all this? Paimon doesn't see anything about a birthday or Mr. Desombra anywhere.
Oh gosh. None of this information adds up. I'll have to ask him about it later.
It's almost our turn, Aya. Shall we hand in the letter?
As your torturous ordeal approaches the end, you reassure yourself that this has all been worth it. But your questions remain unanswered. A chapter is closed, but the story continues. Well, that was very interesting. Also, the whole thing about queues, that is interesting to think about because there are, like, it is a very real thing that a lot of people out there really do, like, line up for, like, big things going on. I think some examples that I can mention is, like, probably, like, big sales happening and there are people who, like, are outside of the store in line and camping. Like, that's what I know. Like, I've heard of it and seen pictures, but I never really seen it in person exactly, I think. But yeah, that's something. Hey, it's me! I made it just in time.
Why are you so out of breath?
I just finished up at the abandoned production zone and ran all the way here.
So it's done?
The letter's been sent? Great!
It was signed White Lily. You're White Lily?
Oh, so that's the name she gave herself. Alright, to tell you the truth, a young woman asked me to send this letter for her. She looked really sick to me, so I agreed. And I didn't even take a single mora. I'm paying for your compensation out of my own pocket.
Huh?
Looking at the contents of the letter, she does seem very sick indeed. Seriously? I guess I must have grabbed the wrong letter on my way out. Fiddlesticks! The birthday letter will never get there in time now.
Wait, really? So you finally got your letter posted, but it was the wrong one? Wow, you're really living up to your nickname, Desombra.
Fate is a cruel mistress. I'd love to stay and chat, but I gotta rush home and get the right letter now. I hope there's still time. Here's her compensation. Pleasure queuing business with you. Now to post that blasted letter to my son. See you.
But, why did he have to leave? Paimon still has a ton of questions for him. Never mind, at least we got some coupons. Huh? Is this all? It's not even 1 meal's worth.
Guess we're going hungry tonight. We could take another queuing commission.
No, Paimon's so hungry.
Okay, and also we got enough coupons. We still got a lot of coupons though. How many do we have now? Where is it? 945. That's a lot. Anyways, now we could go back to Caterpillar and Lenoir now. Oh, over here. Oh, someone's here. Having fun playing house with the kids. You are? I believe we've met.
Did you need us for something? We're rivals, you know. Did you really come to see if we're having a good time?
I have many
qualities, and one that has benefited me greatly is my curiosity. I always wanted to get to the bottom of things I don't understand, so I tend to know the facts better than others. What a coincidence, me too. Get to the point. I just wanted to know why you decided to take part in this game. If it was for the chance to get out, I have another route that I can show you. I like playing games, and I like winning even more. I have nothing to say to a competitor. There's no need to be so wary of me, miss. I bear you no ill will. What do you mean by that? What I mean is, if you only want to win, then why don't we work together? Huh? But aren't you already in first place? That's precisely why we both stand to benefit. Wait a minute. We joined to help Lenora out. That little girl? In that case, if you're willing to join up with me, I'll grant any wish she has as well. Sounds too good to be true. Then I'll be frank. This is a matter of honor. Caterpillar and I have some unresolved history. I don't know what he said to pull one over you, but I'm telling you, he's a monster. A monster in human skin. What are you all talking about? Not some sort of rule-breaking scheme, I trust? Ah, Mr. Noels. Your timing couldn't be better. Could I ask you about the results of the investigation into Caterpillar? The majority of his records are missing, but it's fine. The culprit is where he should be, and everything is as it should be. His records are missing? That's impossible. He definitely had a hand in this. The missing records need to be recreated. Right. How could I have forgotten about that? Right. Go finish your tasks now. I don't want to see you loitering around here. Okay. Anyways, let's go back to these two. Miss Aya, Miss Paimon, welcome back. We brought quite the haul back today. Our current standing should be... Oh, we're still low. Wait. Oh, no. This is... Wait, no. It is still low. Dang it! You only just pulled ahead of Darcy. That's great! We're not in the last place anymore. But there are 4 of us. I just realized we're called Kids Team. Yeah, and we're doing great. Such positivity. But are we really gonna be okay like this? We still have 2 big hurdles ahead of us. You promised me we'd win for sure, right, Catter? That's right. So don't worry too much, you two. I know that may sound strange, but sometimes forgetting about the outcome and enjoying the fun to be had in the process isn't a bad way to go. Okay, if you say so. Oh, speaking of that, Caterpillar, we received an invitation from the guy who was in first place earlier. But he was super rude, and he said that you're, anyway, it wasn't very nice of him. What happened between you two? Just a few minor differences of opinion. He invited me to join him as well, but having no real reason to accept, I declined his offer. Later, he tried to get some of his lackeys to teach me a lesson. It's true, I am a monster. The kind people like him would do well not to provoke. Don't say that. Surely you didn't end up this way because you wanted to, right, Caterpillar? If Catter is a monster, then he's one of the good ones. Just like how there are good sorcerers and bad sorcerers. What's the matter? Are you sleepy, Lenore? but I haven't heard the rest of yesterday's story yet. If you're tired, you should go for an early night. Miss Aya, Miss Paimon, will we still meet again tomorrow? Why are you asking that all of a sudden? If you don't want to be on the same team as us anymore. What are you talking about? Didn't we say we'd get first place together? There's still 2 more teams ahead of us, so we have to make tomorrow count. Yeah, you're right. I'm so sleepy. Let's do our best tomorrow. Sweet dreams, Miss Aya. Sweet dreams, Miss Paimon.
Okay, let's see this. Okay, just about the story.
Okay, back to resting again. Where we last left off, the witch told the little girl that she would use her magic to help her leave the giant's garden if the little girl brought her the little purple flowers she needed. I'm really sleepy, but I want to know what happens next. What did the little girl do? Does the witch cure her friend in the end? Although the giant had warned the little girl of the many dangers of the world beyond the garden wall, the little girl had never seen what the outside world was like, so she didn't know what danger even was. She told the boys on the other side of the wall that she would help bring her some of the little purple flowers. So many identical flowers were growing in the garden, and each looked as beautiful as the next. She didn't know why the giant treasured each and every one of them so. The little girl heard laughter from the other side of the wall. Later, with a bouquet of flowers in her hands, the little girl rode a gust of wind over the wall to the world outside. The tall witch took the little purple flowers from the little girl's hands. The little girl, thinking she had done a good deed, was very pleased with herself, but when she tried to return to the garden, she discovered that the wall, the garden, and the giant were no longer there. Good witch, I'd like to return to the giant's garden now. Could you please use your magic to take me back? The little girl asked. But what can you give me in exchange now? The witch replied. Huh? Then the little girl couldn't go back? I'm glad the witch could save her friend, but I don't like this story. Everyone has stories that they don't like. Then I'll tell you a story next time, Catter. I have to sleep now. Huh.
And now we have to collect 500 coupons. Okay, yeah, we're doing more commissions today. Oh, it's this person.
Young warrior, will you spar with me? This is super sudden. Whatever you say, lass with golden hair. I can tell that you're a veteran with just one look. I'm really bored because no one has been sparring with me. If you will, I'll give you coupons. I've won a lot of those from Rusimov, and I haven't figured out how to spend them yet. How about it? Sure, why not? Just what I need. Huh, good. You're a straight talker. Let's go somewhere spacious.
You are not welcome here.
Okay, so...
There you go. Huh. Exhilarating. I knew it, lass. You're a worthy opponent. You're not bad yet either. It seems I need to work harder. Anyway, I'm a straight shooter, just like you. Here are your coupons. Let's do this again sometime. Oh, that was quick. What? Is it you saying that? Okay, it is you. Something is definitely wrong with those yellow-green stones. I think I'm going to die here. Are you alright? In the long run, we'll all be fine, but I'm going to be fine before you are. Okay then, sure, bye. It's our first option. That's certainly a new way to use the word fine. You don't sound fine at all. No, I'm fine. Literally. If something's wrong, it's too late anyway. So, are you alright or not? Paimon's very confused. Can you please be more specific? Specifically speaking, when I come to the production zone, I get headaches and heart palpitations, and my hands and feet grow cold. I'm done for. Do you know what I mean? I'm done for. It must be the yellow-green stones. They're evil. You know of those stones, right? The central laboratory of the Fontaine Research Institute. The yellow-green stones destroyed everything. Please just go see a doctor. Why don't you rest up in the infirmary? I am a doctor. I know. Wait, I'm no longer a doctor. I lost my certification, and I can't give official diagnosis. Please find a real doctor with certifications to save me. Please. It sounds pretty serious. Let's go find a doctor, Aya. Ask for Ardern's help? Okay. Although...
okay. I was going to say something because, you know, we are in the fortress, so...
Are you in trouble? Or are others in trouble? You both look healthy, so it must be the latter. Indeed. Him again, huh? Can you treat him? His headache or his delusions? Huh? You mean he's not that sick? Based on his lab results, most likely not. I heard that he misdiagnosed a patient when he was still on the outside, ignoring some early warning results and healthcare outcome. Well, he's been a little paranoid ever since. He's like that to others, and worse when it comes to himself. How about the yellow-green stones? No one else is having those same health issues, right? But I can't very well ignore him, so please give him this. Isn't this pure water? Are you sure? Oh, so you know what this is. It's fine in the sense that it does no harm to his body, and it'll give him a boost. So he doesn't know?
Oh yeah, and also asking why not give Fanta.
As far as I know, he stays away from these drinks, but I gave it to him before, telling him it was a health potion, and he did actually show more vigor after drinking it. Alright, we'll give this to him. If it doesn't work, then tell him to go lie down in the infirmary. If you tell him it's doctor's orders, he'll listen. Sure, let's go back, Aya. Okay, let's go back.
Let's just make it quicker.
We're back! you this.
Ah, me, that's better. Vigor fills me once again.
That's it.
I don't think you were sick at all. No, I was sick, but you brought me the cure. Ardern is a really good doctor, and certified too. The medicine he prescribes always works, unlike mine.
But what about the yellow-green stones?
Suspicious, of course.
Guess his delusions can't be helped.
I can keep working. Thank you so much for helping out. Here, take these coupons. Just a little something to show my appreciation. Stay healthy. Okay, and now we got everything we need. So let's go to the base again. Oh, someone else here again. Hello. Let's be direct, shall we? All right. I'm hoping you'll join us in launching a protest against SDN.
Huh?
Since you're taking part in this game as well, I think you'll understand my position. The rules should be more open and transparent. What's the catch? The competition should restart with the new rules in place.
What? Wouldn't that make all the hard work we've done so far be for nothing?
What's so crazy about that? It happens all the time in academia. You realize that there is an error in your thesis or methodology, and it completely invalidates the conclusion you arrive at after years of research.
Pretty sure that's nothing like this.
Maybe for the next time he runs the game, just play it as it is this time around. I'm busy. Find someone else. Indeed. Iterating and improving the rules will take time. We may not be able to get them implemented until the next time the game is held. Now, I need this game to be fair. To me, delayed fairness is a pointless loss. I've lost so much time already because of this.
Paimon thinks you had the right idea, but this isn't a decision that can be made by just us, right? Maybe you could go ask the others as well.
SDN will only change the subject. And as for Rave, you kids had better keep your guard up around him.
Us kids? That kinda grinds Paimon's gears. And maybe that really is how other people see us. Anyway, thanks for the tip. But Paimon's not sure we can help you.
Fine, I anticipated as much.
Then I'll leave you to it.
Good luck out there. My luck hasn't exactly been great, but I won't be throwing in the towel that easily.
Okay. Paimon also hopes that your luck improves.
Okay. Oh, they're not here.
What's that guard doing here?
Just who I was looking for. We were just leaving, or did something happen? The investigation is ongoing, so I can't disclose any specifics to you. However, I'd like you to answer a few of my questions. As you probably know, the missing records need to be recreated. This isn't necessarily bad news for him, but without those records, he won't be able to leave this place, even if he has legally redeemed himself. As such, I hope you can answer my questions honestly. Do you know when Caterpillar arrived in the Fortress of Meropide?
He just said that he came here a long time ago, so we don't know when exactly.
Then I don't suppose you know the specifics of his sentence or crime?
No, we don't.
Do you know anything about this master he mentioned earlier?
Paimon doesn't remember caterpillar mentioning him before. Have either of you observed anything peculiar happen while speaking to him? Not so far. The stories he tells have a rather hypnotic effect. Not so far? Not so far? Okay then. That's enough questions for today. It doesn't seem like you know very much, but if you do notice anything strange, make sure to report it at once. It's for your own good. Looks like we don't know much about Caterpillar after all. But if he doesn't want to talk about his crime or sentence or anything like that, Paimon thinks we'd better not press him. I'm not really concerned about any of that. Or he does seem a little suspicious. Well, he didn't ask much about our past either. Well, whatever the case, he's doing a good deed right now, isn't he? Lenoir seems to really trust him as well, so he's probably not a bad guy. At least for now, right? You can never go wrong with a little caution. Yeah. Okay, they're back. Miss Aya, Miss Paimon, you're both so fast. I got carried away talking to Miss Galvana. She even gave me some candy. She said they're made from a fruit that grows on the trees in a desert oasis. I asked her what kind of place a desert oasis might be, and she said it's a little body of water surrounded by a vast sea of sand. Doesn't that sound just like the fortress? Except, you know, opposite, since this place is surrounded by water. Once you leave this place, maybe you'll get to go there and see it for yourself. That reminds me, after all the hard work we've done, we must have advanced by now, right? Speaking of that, I asked Estine, and here's where things stand at the moment. Oh, we're still third place. You mean we basically haven't advanced at all? How could that be? Looks like the competition's been hard at work too. Indeed, Rave has some contacts, and the researcher and detective's assistant will have their own ways. Surely this isn't the time to be singing our rivals' praises? Is there really nothing we can do? We're definitely gonna lose at this rate. We're gonna lose? But if we lose, we can all stay here in the fortress, right? We've talked about this before, Lenoir. If we stay here, we'll have to worry each day about being taken away by evil sorcerers. Oh, then I guess it would be better to leave. But Miss Paimon said we're definitely gonna lose. We're not gonna lose. The game's not over yet. There's still enough time. We're gonna win this. If we don't win this time, there's always next time. An underdog victory would be more exciting. The fact of the matter is, there are only 2 teams ahead of us. We've got nothing to worry about. There isn't much time left until the deadline STN set. Let's just meet at the message board in the administrative area next time. Oh, there isn't much time left until the final results are announced, is there? Paimon has a feeling she's gonna toss and turn in bed tonight. You can tell me a secret if you feel scared, Miss Paimon. Seriously? A kid like you worried about Paimon? Paimon won't get scared. You're the one who should be scared. Paimon hopes you'll have sweet dreams, Lenoir. Don't worry. I've had lots of nice ones. In fact, I wish I could give some to the 2 of you. Here, let's see. Okay. Let's go rest. turn to tell a story. I've heard enough stories to tell one of my own now. Alright, you can be the storyteller this time. Okay, my story will also begin in the giant's garden. Long, long ago, in a garden full of purple flowers, there lived a prince, a princess, and a brave hero. Oh, and the ruler of the garden, a giant with a nasty temper. What the witch wanted more than anything were some of the purple flowers, but the mean giant treasured them so much that he wouldn't let anyone pick even a single one. Kind-hearted Mr. Giant, the witch asked, I am in need of the little purple flowers from your garden. You have so many already. Could you please spare just one with me? But the mean giant refused. Every flower in my garden belongs to me, the giant shouted. I won't share them with anyone. Kind-hearted Mr. Giant, the witch continued, please hear my tale. I traveled here from a fountain in a far-off distant land. An Oceanid there has fallen ill, and the scent of those purple flowers brings her comfort. If you could give me just one of them, perhaps her condition will improve. But the giant, who didn't have an ounce of compassion in his heart, callously refused the witch's request. What did an Oceanid in a faraway land have to do with him? Then the witch asked, is there anything I can do for you? I know many magic spells, and I could use my magic to help you with someone in exchange. Will you agree to my request, kind-hearted Mr. Giant? The giant thought it over, then said that he had lost something very important to him. If the witch could use her magic to help him find it... So, they made a deal? Yep, in the end, the witch's friend recovered and the giant found what he had lost. Isn't that a better story? At least in this story, everyone gets a happy ending. Okay, more coupons we have to get. Okay, there should still be quests available, so let's look. Oh, and already we have one here. You two, please wait. I hear you're people of leisure who never turned down a request. That is correct indeed. And just who told you that? Well, rumors. Just rumors. Actually a girl in a purple dress asked me to take care of you. But I was thinking, since you accept any and all requests, you must be very capable. So I'd never need to take care of you. Indeed, it would be more accurate to say that you two can take care of me. Sure, but no discounts. I know the rules, don't worry. Regardless of the outcome, I will compensate you according to market rates. But more is useless here, so I'll pay with coupons. We'll be compensated no matter what happens? Really? Absolutely and totally correct. Our task is just that difficult, you see. It said Nizami's fault for being great with his fists, but for using them where they shouldn't have been used. I'll be staying here for a while longer, so I need a place to pursue my studies. It's best if it has a bookshelf, table, chairs, and a board to write on, and stick materials too. I'm sure you know exactly what place I'm talking about, but it's simply not available, and there's no point in asking. But I believe that a room on the opposite side has the same internal structure, and should be usable. But it's a really strange place. It seems to be occupied by someone who rarely entertains visitors. I've never seen the person nor even seen the doors open. So I appointed Nizami as my representative. He was always reliable during the time I employed him as a bodyguard. However, he got into a disagreement with the occupant, and negotiations broke down. Maybe communication and negotiations have never been his strong suit. Indeed. It didn't even look like a negotiation. He just hammered on the door with his fist, standing outside and shouting, It was a truly shocking moment for me.
Whoa, how unprofessional.
That doesn't sound like a negotiation at all.
As such, I'd like to ask you to act as my representative and negotiate with the occupant to rent out the space he is currently occupying. I expect the price to be a maximum of 54,000 coupons. You may not succeed, and that's fine, but at least give it a try. I'm counting on you.
That's a lot of coupons, though.
Gosh, I should probably turn the co-op off.
According to Knuckle, non-Fontanians seem to be discriminated against. Will he ignore us as well? Is there a better way to go about this?
Knock.
Who is it?
Okay, so our options are a nameless traveler, an adventurer crossing all the nations of the world. Ask not for my identity, nor inquire as to my origins. Or I am Melusine. That's not gonna work. Maybe the second one? Huh?
What are you doing? Speaking like that will only complicate things, won't it? Stop playing around, Aya. Don't forget what we're here for.
We were asked to discuss something with you or try opening the door. Let's try the first one.
Well, we were hired to ask about renting this room of yours. Of course, the client will be happy to pay you in coupons.
Something similar happened a while ago. That client of yours really refuses to give up, huh? You were sent by that guy with the really funky way of talking, weren't you? Forget it. Out of respect for his perseverance, tell me his offer.
Yes, looks like we've still got some room for communication. Nakul told us about his expedition for the price. If we're making the offer, should we reveal his budget from the get-go? Or should we try getting a bargain?
Let's just lay all the cards on the table or it's haggling time. Let's put this price in the basement. I feel like laying all the cards is not ideal. But, let's try this.
Then, 27,000. What do you think about 27,000 coupons?
27,000? You kidding? Are you here to insult me? That offer's even lower than before. I didn't even accept the offer from that psycho who hammered on my door, and the offer was way higher then. So what makes you think I'd accept this one?
What do we do? Can we still stick to this offer?
The market price is falling and it will only fall further. Wow. Let's raise it to match the client's budget.
How about 54,000 coupons then? It's double the last offer.
Only 54,000? That's just 10% higher than what he had that psycho hammer on my door. What a miser? And the way your offers keep fluctuating, I bet there's room to increase it even further. I just have to wait a little longer. Just a little longer and it'll rise all the way up. I'll definitely get a higher offer when you return the next time, and the time after that. I never misinterpret the trends. It will go up, so I must hold on. I cannot rashly agree. Cannot agree so easily. You can go now. I won't accept your offer, at least this time.
Well, it doesn't seem like he'll be changing his mind. Let's head back and pass the news to Neko.
Well, that went, I feel like it went poorly. To be honest, I wasn't quite sure what we were doing, so...
I see. Nevertheless, I always keep my word, so here's the compensation we agreed upon earlier. Now what am I going to do? Okay, the quest should be here. And I actually had to look it up because this place is confusing. Like somewhere here, I think. Ah, here we go. Hello. Is she having camera malfunctions? Huh? What's a camera doing here? Where there's news, there's cameras. Have you never heard that before? I think I have. But I just made that up. So where did you hear it? I just clicked the button anyway. Well, there really isn't anything new under the sun anyway. No matter what I say or write, it is always but a parody of others. The camera is here, so where's the news? Well, news is like fishing. It requires patience and making the right judgment at the right time. That's how you hook really big fish. Oh, I mean, that's how you hook a scoop. Wait, that doesn't sound right. Forget it. That sounds a bit amateurish. You're not a journalist, right? Then you've misjudged me. I'm an amateur journalist. Anyway, what's an amateur journalist like yourself doing here? I'm here to complete the project assigned to me, to capture the most vivid moments of the Fortress of Meropide guards at work with my camera. But I spent too much time completing the required compliance documents. Just take a look and you'll understand. Nellie takes out a stack of documents, all packed with various contractual clauses and signatures. Just looking at them makes you feel dizzy. By the time I completed all the procedural paperwork, I missed the guards at work during their shift. Or in fishing terms, there aren't any fish in the water right now. Huh? But there are guards on duty here right now. But I want to hook a platinum collection. I don't think an initial configuration or water body cleaner has enough impact. That way, even if I complete my project, other photographers might not think it worthy of praise. Stop being so picky if you don't want to return empty-handed. Or, well, you keep on waiting then. See ya. And being picky would probably not be a good thing. You're right. I need to come to terms with my own limited abilities and stop trying to catch fish that are beyond me. I'm such a useless angler. Oh wait, I mean amateur journalist. Alright, no more wallowing in self-pity. Time to cheer up. If it's alright with you, could you do me a small favor? Please, I'll pay you. Wow, that was fast. Well, it depends on the favor. So, why don't you tell us what it is first? The guard over there, Greenville. Based on my judgment, his news value among guards is equivalent to that of a situation controller among maintenance mechs. I should be able to write a good report with him as my subject. Well, I can keep myself from getting criticized, at least. But he just refuses to come over here. So can you bring him to a suitable spot for me to take a snapshot? Why don't you just explain it to him yourself and get him to come over that way? Can't you just take your camera over to him? Explaining? Knowing about the camera will make him focus on it and stiffen up. That would make the photo too staged. Let me think. It's best if we turn off the loudspeaker. report it to Greenville as a malfunction and ask him to come have a look. Then I'll definitely be able to capture a vivid moment of a Fortress of Meropide guard at work. My project's completion depends on this. I'm counting on you. Please help me. It doesn't sound difficult, Aya. Maybe we should help her out. Sure. We do need the coupons. Oh, over here. Hi, we found a loudspeaker that seems to be malfunctioning. It's over there. Again? That's strange. I just got clients to repair it. Looks like he's not even as good at fixing things as I am. I mean, all you gotta do is give machines a couple of good smacks, right? Anyway, thanks. I'll go have a look. Thanks for your help. Okay, it's up to Nelly. Let's wait and see. Okay. This is strange. Okay. Did that work? I finally completed my project! I'm a journalist in my own right now! Thank you. You must have snapped a really excellent picture. Yeah, take a look at this. Well, it doesn't look very vivid, but it's artistic, alright? It's so vivid, it almost seems like it will start moving any moment now. Paimon doesn't understand art at all. Will it really be okay to use this one? What's wrong with it? I think it's a great shot. I'm sure no one would have expected me to snap a shot like this one. They'd all be so surprised. Paimon really doesn't get your standards for artistic critique. What's called symbolic meaning over substance. I'm sure all experienced photographers will understand once I submit it. Anyway, thank you. This is for you. It would be great if we could chat at a fishing spot next time. Okay. Okay, let's go. Okay, let's go here. Strange. Caterpillar and Lenoir aren't here yet. Why bother coming when you know you're going to lose? I wouldn't be so certain of that. That's right. You're only ahead of us by a little. A little? Huh. Can the results be announced now, Estienne? Actually, no. Let's wait a little. After all, the best must be saved for last. Looks like we don't have to wait long. Here they come. Miss Aya, Miss Paimon, have you seen the results yet? Did we win? We don't know yet. Well, seems everyone's here. Would you announce the results now, Estienne? Of course. Oh, but the results on Caterpillar's end still need to be calculated. My, what a cruel guard, toying with us from start to finish like that. Why don't you wring out the last bit of mercy in your heart and let them know that the gap between us is too wide to cross? Stop torturing us with false hope. These aren't the final results, but we should win once we add the coupons that Kidder got today, right? Hold on. Why have Genevieve's team's points been cleared out? I was against it, but this is the more logical approach with respect to the results. What's that supposed to mean? Whoa, Rave's team has so many points. He doesn't need the chance to leave, and we don't need to place first. You mean you gave all your coupons to Rave? Isn't that against the rules? There's no rule forbidding it. I was originally in favor of amending the rules to ensure fair play, but no one else seemed to be in support of that. Indeed, there isn't a rule forbidding that. This competition would have been far more exciting if everyone could have fully used the rules to their advantage. More exciting for you, maybe. Rules don't mean a thing in a game as boring as this one. At the end of the day, it's a question of upholding one's honor. Alright, now that the scores have been announced, isn't it time for the final results? Our points from today haven't been added yet. A drop in the ocean. What? Now that everything's been added, here's what the results look like. Yes! Miss Aya, Miss Paimon, look! We won! What? That's impossible! What did you do? Whoa! That many? Paimon's lost count. It's a trick even simpler than magic. I used the coupons I'd saved up in the past to hire a bunch of people to help me work. What we have now is the product of their work this whole time. And I believe this falls within the rules too. Even if it does, that's an insane amount. I also have my reasons for needing to win, and I've even gotten help from my two friends. It would be a real shame if we lost now. So this wasn't about honor? I think it's time to announce the final results. Since everything's been tallied, it's time to announce the final results. The winners of this game are Caterpillar, Miss Aya, and Miss Paimon. No objections, I take it? There's nothing I can say, except that it looks like I picked a fight with the wrong opponent. I ended up in here last time for striking someone in anger. I won't make the same mistake this time. You'll pay the price for the choices you made. Wow, Paimon didn't expect to hear someone actually say that. Pretty cliche if you ask me. Is everyone ready? If so, let's set off. Let's do this before Noels gets back. I hope he can understand that his thinking isn't wrong, but that it's just not suited for a place like this. You're ready, aren't you, Lenoir? Uh-huh. I've already said goodbye to everyone. We're also ready to get going, whenever. Alright, just keep quiet for a while. I've made some arrangements in advance, so we shouldn't run into any problems. Oh. Oh gosh, a little bit of lag. Miss Aya, Miss Paimon, do you see any walls? I don't see a wall anywhere around here. Walls? There are no walls here. Then, are the walls somewhere really far away? Catter once told me that if they're too far away to see with your eyes, they'll look like the horizon. Miss Aya, Miss Paimon, where are we?
All of these are technically correct.
By the water. We're in Fontaine. We're on the continent of Tevat. We're in Fontaine. Fontaine. It's a blue and green place. The Fortress of Meropide is all yellow and gray. That thing up in the sky must be the moon, right? If it were the sun, it would probably hurt my eyes like the evil sorceress's magic. All around me are things I've never seen before, and things I've only seen in books. Miss Aya, Miss Paimon, let's go on another adventure. Kanu was right. Adventuring outside is way more fun than in Meropide. That's right. The world outside is vast. I really envy the two of you. Lenoir, let's discuss adventuring later. You really should find your family first. Freeze! All of you! Where do you think you're going? Also, what's with that little girl? Uh-oh. The evil sorcerer found us! What business is it of yours? Weren't you on leave? Patrolling with a Gardamek in your off hours won't get you promoted, you know. I came back as soon as I received the report. Have you gotten yourself mixed up with them? You're making a grave mistake, Estienne. Actually, I think you'll find that I'm rectifying a mistake and saving everyone a lot of paperwork. Miss Monglain might even invite me to dinner as thanks. No, they're criminals. Even if the papers with their serial numbers on them are missing, they're still criminals. A little girl like this is a criminal? Are you out of your mind? You've been wrongly accused. I'm perfectly sane. Anyone can be a criminal. Little girls are no exception. This guy is scary. Whatever other plans you may have had, I must now escort you back to the Fortress of Meropide. How about we go back first and take some time to think it over? We only just got out, and now you want to make us go back? I don't think so. You've already dug yourselves a whole lot deeper. When we get back to the fortress, you'll be held separately and questioned, so don't get any funny ideas. And there's no way out of this. I can see quite a few ways, actually. If a few Gardameks get scrapped in the process, well, that's also what happens when people break the rules. You mean? It would seem you had no intention of repenting. Then you leave me no choice. Gardameks show no mercy to recalcitrant criminals. Oh, guess we have no choice but to beat these things up. Ow.
Time to go.
Take this! Think you can pull it?
Wind strike. The wind knows me.
Lightning flash!
Check this out.
Shaking hands!
One with nature.
Take this!
The wind knows me. Don't get too close.
Lightning flash!
Into the wind.
Oh. Oh? Oh, what's happening?
The wind knows me.
Take this! Think you can bully me? Lightning slash. Shake it
Oh
off.
boy, this is taking a while.
One with nature.
Good heavens! I'm your colleague. You're not thinking of taking me in too. Since you've thrown your lot in with them, you deserve the same punishment. Catter, Isaiah, Miss Paimon. Oh. Gardamex simply gets scrapped, but you, even if you are monsters, you can still feel pain, right? Is this hilly trail really Caterpillar? Paimon can't wrap her head around this. Miss Paimon, how do you not recognize him? That's Catter. I'm a monster in human skin. A monster. I never imagined such a monster even existed in the fortress. A hilly trail that can talk. Who would have thought? How did you manage to pull the wool over everyone's eyes? What sorcery could allow a mindless creature to worm its way into our midst like a wolf in sheep's clothing? Why haven't you run away yet? Are you pretending to be human? Of course, I will catch you even if you do run. A dangerous monster like you. I'm guilty, but she hasn't done anything wrong. She shouldn't be here. You won't find her name on any sentencing documents. She is innocent. She only ended up stuck in the fortress due to a few mishaps. I'll return to the fortress with you, but have Estienne take her back home. Catter! The monster actually wants to make a deal with me. I do indeed. Let her go home. As far as the Fortress of Meropide is concerned, she never existed in the first place. Her absence will not be felt. But catching a monster like me should be a big deal, no? Fontaine hasn't seen a monster like me for several centuries now. If you pass up this opportunity, I'll put my human skin back on and slip away into the crowd. You'll never get a chance like this again. You're right. I've never seen her in the fortress before. She's completely irrelevant. But you're too dangerous. I can't risk letting an evil monster like you get away. We have a deal. You'll return to the Fortress of Meropide, and the girl can leave.
I'll just click one of them.
The guilty return to where they should be, and Lenoir returns to her family's side. Everything on the right track, as it should be. He is someone who follows the rules. This is also in accordance with the rules. Enough, monster. I've caught you now. You're all coming back to the Fortress of Meropide with me, the girl included. What? But didn't you just... Who would actually make a deal with a monster? Could anyone be sure that the words coming out of his mouth aren't some beguiling incantation to stunt human wisdom? I won't be fooled again, so I've decided to play by my own rules. Your documents are missing? Then you'll stay in the Fortress of Meropide for the rest of your lives. You have no right to bypass the trial. I surrender. Trial. If you want to emphasize that in your written appeal, be my guest. But until then, you don't have a choice. Welcome back. Noel's filled appeal forms out for you already, but you should stay out of trouble until a final decision has been made. More specifically, do not rile him up. I thought I was getting a co-worker who knew what he's doing, so I could be less stressed. But as it turns out, I've only gotten busier since he arrived. I really want to take a vacation in Navland. I want to go to Navland too. What happened to them? They're being kept under strict watch now. If you don't want the same treatment, then follow the rules.
Oh great, it's closed.
It's you! Indeed, it's me! Miles would probably call it atoning for my sins, but I've got seniority, so he doesn't get to order me around. Then what are you doing here? Atoning for my sins. What else? Why does Paimon get the feeling you aren't the least bit surprised? Did you already know Caterpillar's, do you know his true identity? I only knew that he'd been here a long time, longer than any of us. As for the rest, if any of it really... Is any of it really important? He looks like a human, and he talks like one too. What can I say? I like chatting with him. Maybe appearances matter more to me than what's inside. That's, appearances?
Okay.
It's typically...
Anyways,
That's understandable, I beg to differ.
yeah, it doesn't matter.
In any case, if you're looking for Caterpillar, he's inside. What about Lenoir? Is she in there with him? She was taken to go fill in some registration form. But don't worry, she'll be back soon. Okay, then let's ask Caterpillar. Just what's going on with him? Oh. Oh, hello. I'm sorry for dragging you two into this. My plan was to get Lenoir home to her family, then return on my own. But it looks like that plan was a complete failure. There's a lot I want to ask you. I imagine so. You really are Caterpillar, right? I am. Then, you're a hilly churl? I am. But aren't hilly churls all, kinda dumb? And you look just like a regular kid before. Paimon doesn't know what's real anymore. You said before that you look like this because you got sick after all. Everyone has things they'd rather not tell anyone. And you're also so good to Lenoir, and she trusts you too. But you're not a human at all. If you're a hilly churl, then you can't trust me. Well, I want the answers to the questions Noel's asked before. I'll answer all your questions truthfully. When did you come to the Fortress of Meropide? Over 400 years ago. 400 years ago? When you said you'd been here a long time, Paimon thought you meant something like 3 to 5 years. But 400 years is like several generations, isn't it? Oh, right. You're a hilly churl. What was your crime? If you're interested in history, I was a member of the Narzissenkreuz Ordo. I was found guilty of being an accessory to the master's scheme. Oh? The Narzissenkreuz Ordo? We've heard of that before. I'm surprised anyone still remembers it. The prophecy of the apocalypse. My master believed that he could stop this future of destruction from coming to pass. We did much to prepare for this. It was a powerful magic, and also an evil plan. But perhaps none of this is important now. The plan failed, and the Narzissenkreuz Ordo has essentially ceased to exist. Whether Fontaine is destroyed or not, it no longer has anything to do with me. Just who was this master you spoke of? Narzissenkreuz, a powerful mage. He taught me human speech and granted me memory and intelligence. Was there really someone who could do something like that? But your appearance aside, you really do seem like an ordinary human. Though many details of the past have faded into memory, I remember this very well. This was a very, very long time ago. I couldn't change how I appeared to others at will then. Many humans, some in finery, others in rags, some with curiosity, others with disdain, would all ask similar questions. Can hilly trolls really talk? Are hilly trolls really capable of intelligence? My master raised the holy blade of Narzissenkreuz high. It was a ceremonial sword, so the blade wasn't sharp, but still it glistened in the sunlight. Behold, he said, even a hideous monster such as this can attain wisdom and redemption through my power as the incarnation of Narzissenkreuz. I was one of his creations, and as a testament to Narzissenkreuz's power, I once wielded a blade for the Ordo. But the sacred sword evidently couldn't save my master from a fate of failure and ruin, and the mystical, magical weapon no longer exists. And there will be no more monsters in human skin like me. Why do you want to help Lenoir? Because of compassion. Humanity might be unattainable for me, but at the very least, I can imitate it. Just like how I learned to change how I appear to others. Paimon doesn't get it. Aya, Paimon, you both innately possess kindness and benevolence. Because of this, you don't need to think twice about helping others. You simply do. If you look at their outcomes alone, plenty of actions are indistinguishable from each other. We all agree that Lenoir shouldn't stay in the Fortress of Meropide, and that she should return to her family, so we chose to help her. Your actions come from an innate benevolence that doesn't require excessive consideration or calculation. For me, however, it is because by doing so, I will be more like a human. Funny, isn't it? I'll never truly become human, yet I can't stop mimicking human behavior. It's like atonement. As far as human law is concerned, I've long since atoned for my sins. But a human, what would a true human do? They would never forgive themselves for the mistakes they made, the harm they caused, and the people or things they failed to save. So my sins can never be absolved, and I will forever be my own prisoner. What do you plan to do next? I'll bring Lenoir back to her family. Huh? But forget about getting out of the fortress. We can't even get past this door. I made a promise to her, so I had to fulfill it. She shouldn't stay here any longer, especially not by my side. The Geode Mineshaft. It's a dangerous route, but it's feasible. The Geode Mineshaft? That's right! Klein said that there's an opening there that leads outside. So the guards asked him to install a locking mechanism like the one at the Rift of Erosion. He also said something about having prepared a surprise. Yikes, there's no way that's anything good. Are you sure you want to go from there? Paimon seems to remember that the research terminal there has to be operated by 2 people at the same time. And Lenoir's so small, Paimon doesn't think she'll be able to operate it. Why don't we help them, Aya? I do innately possess kindness after all. I'll do it for you, Paimon. Okay. I have a few more questions about the Ordo as well. I think there are other places better suited to discussing the history of the Narzissenkreuz Ordo. Somewhere that isn't the Fortress of Meropide, for example. And we'll just have to wait until after Lenoir is reunited with her family. Before any of that, we need to think of a way out of here, and we need to meet back up with Lenoir. Estienne will help us open the door, but there's a limit to how much he can help us. He should be at the entrance, right? Let's go ask him. Okay. Should we try knocking? Going somewhere? Huh? You're not Estienne. He has something to do, so he asked me to cover for him. When are people finally going to get it into their heads that I have my own work to do, too? Oh. Then can we leave? You can, but it's dangerous out there. How dangerous, you ask? About as dangerous as the mental state of the new guard, I'd say. He really is a lunatic. I had no idea that there were so many Gardamex on the move. Not only that, people actually approve of his methods. Not that I know how serious those people are. If you want to go, you'd better be prepared. I mean, it would be best if you didn't come back again. But Lenoir's not back yet. I'm here. Mr. Malpoil just brought me back. Then there's no time to lose. Lenoir, I know we lost the last game to the evil sorcerer, but are you ready for a new challenge? A new game? You mean a new adventure? I'm ready. We can't let the evil sorcerer catch us again. Looks like they're all good. Are you ready then, Aya? Yep, let's go. Thanks for your help. Come on, loading screen. Oh. Oh gosh, the map.
Oh, spread. Okay, I can't go into the map then. Okay, so I'm guessing we had to make sure we're not in the... Oh no. Please? Okay, so use the searchlight. Oh no! I just realized. Okay, enable. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Come on. Yeah, we had to sneak around, but we don't have sneaking skills, so we have to make sure we're not in the vicinity of the people and Gardamex. So we have to go to the other side. Oh, it looks like we have Numa and Usia things. What? How did it? Forget it. Anyways, apparently they could see me from literally 50 yards away, or meters. I don't know. But whatever. Oh no. Whatever metrics are. Metrics are confusing, if I had to be honest.
No. 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 We need...
we do it this time? Oh my gosh. It's a little ridiculous. Okay.
Oh no.
Okay, I think we're in the clear now. Okay, now we have to get this to point in a very specific direction. So we gotta make sure it points that way. What? What's all this? Okay, it doesn't matter, like... I guess it does matter? I don't know. Let's see. Okay, it worked. Okay. Okay, now we can go in here. Oh, we need one of the things. Oops. Let's go take one of them. Here we go. Oh, and take this. There you go. And we have to wait till it goes to the door. And this is taking a while. Oh my gosh, there you go. That took a bit longer. Okay, not too long, but it's still a bit.
We got all the teleport points. Collecting these.
Okay, so what is this place? I mean, other than what is saying right here.
Oh, this thing.
Ooh.
Isn't this the Geon mineshaft? Paimon's heard of it before, but it's a little different than she imagined. Wow, what pretty rocks! Are all of these gems?
It's Archeum. Archeum mining operations stopped after the Fontaine Research Institute accident. Huh, interesting.
Maybe we should keep our distance then. So, there really is a research terminal here. Is that a note next to it? The clients have left it here. Let's see what it says.
Oh, I am not going to read this whole thing. I'll just skim through it. Okay, 2 people have to operate it. The energy storage unit has been removed from the front research terminal. Okay, so... Okay, flying energy thief is a trial product not undergone undergone review. It will pursue an entity carrying an energy storage device and disable said device. Okay.
Is this the surprise Kleins was talking about? More like a shock. To activate this research terminal, we'll need a mobile energy storage device. But once we have one, we'll get chased by some sort of flying energy thief. Looks like we'll just have to beat this energy thief in a race.
I'd like to go back and give Kleins a beating, but flying is faster than running. Okay.
How can you give up before the race has even started? There's going to be a race? I'll be rooting for you two. Alright, let's leave this terminal to Caterpillar and Lenoir. We'll take care of the rest.
I'll keep watch. Be careful. Okay, let's see. Okay, so when we have the devices, we have to be very careful of those orbs. Oh gosh, lag. A little bit of lag. So the moment we take one of these is... That's dangerous. Make sure we see all directions. Uh-oh.
No.
No. Oh no!
No. No.
Oh, I found one of these. Take it. Oh, it assembled everything. Okay, we'll look at that in a bit. No, we're trapped. No. Wait, can we walk over here? No, we can't. I'm running out of time and no stamina. No. Uh-oh. Dodge. Oh no, I can't go. Wait, could I? I don't think I can. Wait, but can we? I don't think we can. Can we? No. They know. They knew we would probably try that, so they had to prevent us from...
Time to go.
Okay, we may need to start over on that one, because I got lost.
No.
Oh. There you go. Okay, there's one. Okay, restore our stamina. Okay, actually, first, let me go get stamina food. I have this still. Stamina. I have so many of these. I'll take this one.
Oh no. No, avoid it.
No, 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 no. Oh gosh, it scared me.
It's scary.
Wait, where am I going? No. Oh gosh, I'm teleporting. They know. They know we're here. No. What? What? Oh, 36. Where? How do I get on the other side? I had to start over anyway. Oh wait, was I supposed to... Where'd it go? I think I was supposed to do something. I forgot. Yeah, break the seal. There we go. Yeah, I apparently forgot to do that. Okay. Okay, wait for the stamina to recover. Okay, now we could go. Okay, now we have more, Oh, okay. That's a little bit simpler. Okay, that could explain why I didn't see this thing at all, like, initially. It's because it had to, like, tell me I completed the challenge first. Okay, we're almost there. Come on. We'll go. Come on, let me break the seal. Oh, I had to wait for them. Okay. I was too focused on the fact that I was being chased by those, like, orbs that I didn't pay attention.
Huh? Why is it off again?
Fontaine Research Institute's tech really is unreliable. Someone sent to catch us? Maybe.
Should we go back and take a look then?
No need to trouble yourselves, esteemed guest. You're evil, and I represent this side of justice. Even without Gardamex, I won't let you get away. Lay down your arms and surrender. Can those orbs hit person?
Yeah.
The tagline is just deserved.
Take that!
Fire it up!
Oh, that was easy. He's just a monster. Why would you help him? Why would anyone help him?
Catter isn't a monster. Why? Why would you call him that, evil sorcerer? Ever since Mother left Meropide, Catter's been really nice to me. He's never lied to me. There are other nice people here too, but none of them are as nice as Catter. He tells me all kinds of stories and listens to mine too. I won't let you call him a monster.
Why? Justice should triumph over evil. There's no such thing as good or evil here.
Estienne, what are you doing here?
You're late. What are you doing here? Atoning for my sins, of course. It took me quite some time to retrieve those Gardamex he utilized without authorization. Well done. You didn't just break the rules, but also violated regulations. Now it's your turn to accept your punishment. You're coming back with me. As for you guys, if you want to leave, this is your last chance. With all the fuss he's been making, who knows what will happen later? Of course, it's also possible that nothing will happen at all. Thank you. If you really want to thank me, don't come back again.
Huh. Paimon guesses we can go now. We should be in the clear now, right? Let's get a move on before we run into any more surprises. We're leaving Meropide again? Will we ever come back?
Sure, if we do something bad out there, we'll use the front door next time.
Going through the regular channels is safer. Well then, goodbye, Meropide.
Leave the fortress. Oh, we're leaving through this pathway. I love this kind of part of the underwater a little bit.
Huh. Oh. Hereafter. Oh, interesting. Let's wait until we're closer. Okay. Okay, where? Oh gosh. Oh, over here? Oh, it's the area with the person and Sid telling us don't step on the flowers or something. Interesting. Okay, this is going to take a bit to walk up this hill.
For sprint.
There is indeed a lot of purple flowers.
Oh, oops.
Oh. Look, that's your real home over there. It's just like Agnes described. At the breezy foothills of a mountain, upon a flowery field of grass. That's it? It's just like Mom said. Aya, Paimon, why don't you take Le Noir there? What about you, Cutter? Aren't you coming with us? I'm feeling pretty tired, so I'll rest up here for a while. I'll catch up with you later. Then I'll stay with you. Once you're all rested up, we can go together. Miss Aya, Miss Paimon, and Miss Paimon must be tired too. It's a shame Bran and Mr. Walsey aren't here. I kinda wanna go back. Back where? Back to Meropide, of course. Going back now probably wouldn't be a great idea. That's right! Getting out of there wasn't easy. Plus, if we go back now, Paimon thinks it would be bad news for Estienne and the others. Don't you want to go back to your real home, Le Noir? Look, you can see it from here. We just have to go over there and we'll have reached the end of our adventure. And speaking of which, Paimon thinks we met your family before. Now that she thinks about it, a lot of the details add up.
Yeah, we help with finding the dogs.
Earnshaw's Tasse Ragout is so tasty. You're gonna love it, Le Noir. It's just like Agnes said. Look, Le Noir, there's nothing to worry about. Go home. I know Earnshaw will take good care of you. Will you go with me then, Catter? After you've rested? Le Noir. Everyone has somewhere they should return to. You should go back to your real home. And I have somewhere I should go too. Then will we see each other again? At the end of the story, the characters in it all disappear. I don't think they see each other again. Of course we will. Your adventure is only just beginning. There's still a whole wide world out there for you to explore. This is just a temporary goodbye. We'll see each other again. Really? Really? I know you've never lied to me before, but... Let me tell you a story, Le Noir. Long ago, there was a mage's apprentice. He was a dim-witted apprentice, so it took him far more time than the others to learn the language of magic. But his teacher, who was an amazing mage, wasn't the least bit concerned. On the contrary, he heaped praise on his apprentice's progress and even entrusted him with important tasks. The apprentice never doubted his teacher's instructions. After all, he was a great mage who taught him the language of magic. The mage had a basin in his workshop. Actually, you could call it a fishbowl, as he kept a little fish in it. One day, the little fish called out to the apprentice, "Hey, you over there, Nitwit, help me out." The apprentice was taken aback. Apart from the great mage, nobody, or no creature even, would make conversation with him like that. So this piqued his curiosity, and he asked how he could help. As it turned out, this little fish used to live in the vast and boundless sea. By being brought here, it had been separated from its family. It had tried to ask others for help, but none had responded to it. "I'd like to bring you home, but my teacher has forbidden me from going out," the apprentice said. Hearing this, the little fish swam crestfallen to the other side of the basin, saying nothing further to the apprentice. Then one day, the apprentice discovered that the little fish was no longer in the basin. Who took it away? Did they bring it home? The apprentice couldn't help but wonder. Without the little fish, the basin was now completely empty. Just what sort of place is the vast and boundless sea? Before he realized it, the apprentice's thoughts had drifted to the world outside the workshop. And then what? I bet the mage's apprentice leaves the workshop. But the little fish, did it go back to its home? The sea. That's a place with lots of water, right? Does the apprentice find it? I'll tell you the rest of the story next time. Aww. Only listening to my stories can't be that much fun. The next time we meet, if you don't want to hear my stories anymore, you can tell me some of the stories you hear from Shaw. I think he'll have many stories he'd like to share with you. Well, then, the next time we meet, I'll be sure to have lots and lots of amazing stories to tell you. I look forward to hearing them too. For now, it's time for you to go home, Lenoir. This goodbye is only temporary. We'll see each other again. Okay, then. Until next time, Catter. Miss Aya? Miss Paimon? Let's go. Aww. And there's the dogs. Oh, what are you kids doing here? And this young lady is strange. She looks rather like... Oh. Together with Paimon, you described to Earnshaw what you heard about Agnes from Caterpillar. As you speak, Lenoir supplements the tale with a few childish words of her own. So that's what happened. That silly girl's already... Mother's not in Meropide. Is she not here either? Yeah, she didn't like it here, so she left and never returned. Why? This place is full of things she likes. I recognized Prince, Princess, and Hero as soon as I saw them. Mom said that she was always very quick to change her mind, and she pestered her dad, Grandpa, for ages until he finally agreed to get her puppies. She really liked dressing them up, but soon she had something else she became even more fond of, so she didn't get to watch them grow up. Why won't she come back? If she doesn't come back soon, I'm gonna grow up as well.
Oh. She'll come back and see you grow up, or don't say anything. Oh.
So, is this place going to be my home from now on?
That's right, child. This place is your home now.
Okay. I smell tasse ragout.
You can eat as much as you'd like.
I'm back in my own home now. This way, I think Catter will be happy too.
Catter, is he the one who took care of her? If it's alright, could you invite him to rest a while here at the cabin?
He's got other things to take care of. He's kinda shy. That's right. He knows a lot, so lots of people go to him for help.
Is that so? Well, that's a pity. Could you help me get a message to him then? No matter when, he will always be welcome here with open arms. If you ever get the chance, invite him over to be our guest.
We'll tell him. Sure thing. Leave it to us. Catter and I agreed that the next time we meet, I'm gonna tell many great stories to him.
Oh, looks like we've got a lot of awesome stories to prepare then. We can't be sharing stories with him that aren't at least 100 times more incredible than his.
Okay, 100 times. Even Catter will be surprised.
We can reminisce about the old days while we drink tea and even enjoy some snacks.
You're finally back in your real home, Lenoir. You must be tired. We'll leave you to it for now. Miss Aya, Miss Paimon, are you guys leaving too?
We've got our own adventures to go on.
Okay then. When I grow a little older, can we go on adventures together? Oh, and Catter can come along as well.
One day, perhaps. We can discuss it when you're older.
Okay. Thank you, Miss Aya and Miss Paimon. See you guys later.
You guys are leaving now? Thank you. Thank you, guys. Safe journeys.
Aw.
Okay, let's go talk to Caterpillar. Oh, he's in, human form again.
Caterpillar, wouldn't it be great to meet Grandpa Earnshaw and Lenoir right now? Are you sure about this?
She's returned to a normal world with her real family. For her, I'd say things couldn't have ended any better. As for me, she'll forget about me in no time.
Hey, don't say that. You should know that you mean a lot to her too. She definitely won't forget the promise you two made to each other. If you really never see her again, she will be heartbroken.
She won't. Children tend to quickly forget both meetings and farewells. This is how they grow up. I'm simply a character in a story. Brave at times, yet also an evil monster at others. Let this fantastical story be a memory consigned to her past. She has the real world now, one that's hundreds of times better than any fantasy narrative. Aya, Paimon, thank you.
Don't mention it.
As I mentioned before, there are places better suited to retelling history, like the Narzissenkreuz Ordo.
Oh, we've been there before.
If so, that'll save us a lot of time trying to find the way there. Let's go.
Okay.
Oh. And we finished this quest. Oh. Oh, and we also have one more. Because, yeah, Catter mentioned the Ordo. Let's go do this, since, like, there's still a little bit of time. If the game loads. It only does this because I haven't checked this location out, recently, so it didn't load in. It's kind of like, starting your computer and you have to wait a few minutes for it to, like, run smoothly, if that makes sense. Oh! Oh! It moved! clues. Where, though?
Well, this is the Narzissenkreuz Ordo. There are no longer any ceremonial items here, nor has there been a dispelling ritual conducted for a long time. Nonetheless, yes, the familiar setting is stirring my memory. This is the right place.
Maybe there might be clues that we've overlooked, but that you could spot off the bat. So, have you found anything?
All I see are memories of a past and things that shall never again catch up to me. Does that count?
Well, Paimon doesn't want to interrupt your reminiscing, but that doesn't sound like what we're looking for.
Perhaps, but my past is inextricably intertwined with the Narzissenkreuz Ordo, the chief culprit of the great sin.
Sin.
As such, some of my memories may yet be helpful to you.
Then, could you start telling us about them, Caterpillar?
I should warn you that I was not in the inner circle several hundred years ago, so I don't know everything about the incident. But I was personally mentored by Narzissenkreuz, who should be the origin of all this.
Narzissenkreuz? Isn't that...
There's a prophet lying dormant in all of us, and when he wakes, one more evil shall walk the world. That's the sort of person he is.
Well, since we got this opportunity, is there anything else you want to ask Gaia?
Tell me about yourself, Caterpillar. About me? I thought we got acquainted well enough during our jailbreak. But I understand that you're asking about something deeper. Now, I shall perform a terrible feat that never been done before and will never be done again. I will expose someone's true self before all, without any facade or mask, and that someone shall be myself.
Wow, that's really a lot. Paimon doesn't think she can lighten this atmosphere up at all.
Lenoir has already gone home, did she not? We have to face a more complicated world now. The time for things from under the age of 9 is over. Next, we probably need the experiences from age 16 or so.
What? The experiences from 16 or so?
The first voice I heard while in this body was that of Narzissenkreuz. Other than speaking of the redeeming powers of the Holy Braid and Narzissenkreuz, he also preached thus. The body is just a shell. Even the body of a hilly troll can bear sentient consciousness. Did he create you then? Perhaps he did. I've tried to unravel my own origin, but the answers I got were all pretty vague.
Who are you?
Well, I don't really feel that way. I have discovered, after all, that most humans do not know the reason why they were born, and yet they still live happily. Also, it is not quite correct to say that he created me. How so? Creation is a feat for a god, if we may call the one above a god. In the tenets of Narzissenkreuz, do you know what is most critical in creating someone?
What is it?
It's imagination. Imagining a person, down to the last detail, akin to an Oceanid, imagining a creature in the wild. There's a story that tells of a powerful mage priest imagining his own son, only to realize he himself was the product of someone else's imagination. Sorry for digressing, but I feel that this information is relevant to your questions.
Well, that didn't make anything clear, but...
Okay.
About the Narzissenkreuz Ordo.
Since you find this place so familiar, what could you tell us about it?
Actually, as I recall, most of the people in the Narzissenkreuz Ordo were very kind. Narzissenkreuz's teachings just contain many radical ideas that were perhaps difficult for people to accept.
That doesn't sound good at all.
Narzissenkreuz would lead ceremonies with the Holy Blade in accordance with the ancient dictates. They call it trifactor excision in Liyue and in Sumeru, shattering Atma Graha. He called it renunciation of the ego. He believed that one's own will is an obstacle, and that accidentally receiving a vision while seeking the path is a guaranteed path to destruction.
So, after someone gives themselves up, what happens to them?
Well, they stay quite normal, actually. It is said that people cannot perceive the truth because a body with a self sees the world filtered through the five senses.
That doesn't sound so scary then.
However, I never found out for what Narzissenkreuz's ultimate purpose for collecting all those wills and selves was. Can you elaborate concerning Narzissenkreuz? Another time, perhaps. There's so much to be said. I'll need time to process it all. And one last one. About what happened all those years ago. Many years ago, the one then called Lord Artificer Guillotine and Narzissenkreuz had an intense clash. Guillotine was even called the White Cavalier of Protection back then. Is that a better title than Honorary Knight? Well, if we're comparing impressive titles, I submit Chrysalis of the Phantasmic Moth.
Just what kind of weird title is that?
The title that the Ordo gave me. See, I'm Caterpillar, a creature that turns into a chrysalis before completely metamorphosing into a butterfly.
Sorry.
I suppose the name contained the wings of hope that it would mature into a human.
Even though we learned a lot,
there's still more questions that will need answers. I'll have to pore over the records and try to piece it all together. So, I'm afraid you won't always find me here.
Fontaine can be dangerous for you as it is now.
I'll disguise myself and rely on the methods I've developed to do what I must. I'll survive. Oh, Ann and Seymour return to the Narzissenkreuz Ordo. Oh, they're back. Negative. Danger. Danger. Activity by Narzissenkreuz Ordo remnants detected. Aya, Paimon, and Ann, please find a safe place immediately. Annihilation mode activated. Oh no!
I didn't know you could do that. Wow, Seymour, calm down. This is...
We meet again. What did the White Cavalier of Protection say about you? Ah, yes. This is my little invention. Affirmative. I am prototype with a large number of bold design elements. The priority level of this topic has been downgraded. Please lay down your arms and surrender. Seymour, listen to me. I've already surrendered to Aya. Is that so? Yes, totally. Very well. In that case, we can continue to discuss my extraordinary design. I am Caterpillar, as you know. Speaking of which, how's the young lady you were protecting doing? Wait a moment. Why did I say something like that?
What's wrong?
You are correct. I'm looking for the master I should protect. Marianne. Or as you might call her, Marianne Guillotine. Marianne Guillotine! Guillotine. Correct. My designer, Guillotine.
Caterpillar, is this your memories from hundreds of years ago, getting clearer?
No, this is a memory from before my birth. Something akin to an elephant recalling its previous life while meditating. I do not understand. Previous lives do not exist. Not for you, at least. Thanks to you, it seems that I've encountered a potential breakthrough I had never imagined possible. Perhaps I might find the secrets of my own birth after all. Though I do not understand, I am glad to have been of service.
Anyway, hello, Caterpillar. Have we met?
My memory is fading, so that is quite possible. If I may be so blunt, what is your relationship with the Red Empress?
The Red Empress? I have no idea who that is, though the name kind of rings a bell.
Then let me try another name. What is your relationship with Lyris?
How do you know that name? I went through many adventures with Paimon and Aya just to find out that she was merely a character in this story.
Do I? I think I know what's going on. I'm also a victim of riddles, so I shan't play dumb. I'll tell you everything I know. Lyris did indeed exist. She was an Oceanid as well, and Narzissenkreuz's name for her within the Ordo was the Red Empress. Ah, interesting. Oh. What's going on here?
Paimon feels like it's all connected. Still, when we first got here, Paimon couldn't help but notice. The clock here doesn't seem very accurate, does it?
Ah, that. Simply put, it's the Doomsday Clock. Doomsday Clock? When the clock strikes midnight, the apocalypse will come. Oh, lovely. That's not... I don't think that's a good thing.
Huh? Doesn't this mean that the end of the world is almost upon us?
Huh, that really does take me back. When I was here before, they thought the apocalypse was still far away, and that though it wouldn't happen in our generation, we should stop it for the sake of the future. If the clock is accurate, then it is not far off now. Perhaps we shall lay ourselves down to sleep tonight, and the sun shall not rise in the morn. Perhaps the sea shall evaporate tomorrow. Or perhaps we are already living in the apocalypse, and the good times have long ended.
Hey, get serious! Will the apocalypse really come?
First, what we see is just a clock, not the apocalypse itself. When it comes down to it, time is merely a tool humans use to measure changes in all forms of matter. Narzissenkreuz was the one who used the world formula to calculate the beginning of the end, and built this device. As such, I cannot answer your question, dear Paimon, because this is all it is, a clock.
That's true.
Anyway, let's share our findings. You and Paimon briefly share all that happened with the other 3 people. Though, technically speaking, none of them are humans. Input logged.
Elenaz,
Did you think of something?
I don't know. I'm not sure. It's like water boiling off into gas. I can't see it, and I can't quite grasp it either. Oh! Any thoughts or leads, Caterpillar?
Can't say that I don't, but I'm still trying to sort some things out, so let's discuss this later. Right, I keep forgetting to ask you something. Aya, Paimon, I'm very grateful for everything you've done for Le Noir. So, is there anything that I can help you with?
Huh? Do you mean anything? Just like making a wish?
It should be something within the scope of my abilities, of course. You did free Le Noir and I from prison, but I'm no djinn in a bottle. So what would your wish be, Paimon?
And that's the case, then Mora. No, wait, yummy food. There's so much that Paimon wants, but... We've been having lots of fun traveling together, so we don't really need anything special. Instead, Caterpillar, can you help us help An and Seymour? Paimon? Aya, what do you think? Is that a good wish?
It's all good. That'll do, Paimon. That'll do. I understand. Then let us work together. Yeah. Understood. Now, I plan to work with Seymour and Nan to see if we can use our experiences and the information available here to figure out something new out. Aya, Paimon, let's meet back here later. Oh.
I think we're good.
Oh, that's it. And we got more, of this place, progressed. I guess that's one way to put it. Well,
Now, well, we kind of have an idea of what the clock is, but probably not literally at the same time, so, Also, this makes me curious because this looks like this could be, like, a clock, too. But there's no, like, no, hands, I guess? I guess that's one way to put it. The hands of a clock.
anyways. That's a lot. A lot of lore and a lot of things going on.
Oh gosh, my arms.
Ow. Yawn, stretch. I've been sitting in my chair for almost 4 hours. Of course, I feel like someone will tell me, well, you should probably stand up more often. And that is true.
Well, I am standing up a lot, but still.
We could get the reputation stuff. Oh wait, could I get the... Yes, I got 9. Yes, I got the compass. I should deal with this later though. Oh, and there's also this one other thing too. This thing.
Because I got like 6 others before I collected that 7th one, and it combined into this. Okay, I'm gonna see if there's time to do this, because I do have everything required for this part.
Okay, I have tried to mess with the core
I don't know what it's called, but basically the thing that I put here.
But I feel like I have to find out what else to do, because apparently
There is a few more steps I have to take in order to get it done.
so I'll probably do that on my own time. And with that, that'll be all for today's stream. So I did the world quest that's been sitting in the quest log for quite some time. It is done. There are some additional quests that I could do, but
That's like over the next couple of days, so I'll do that on my own time as well.
and I think that's it. So next time should be when Risley's released and his story quest is available too. That'll be in like... Okay, I did say 5 days earlier.
Yeah, earlier, but it's probably like...
Actually, how many days it is? Oh wait, that is 5 days.
I was just kind of guessing earlier. It's like roughly 5 days, because I'll be doing his story quest on Wednesday.
Although it's technically 4 because
It's... His story quest and banner are released the day before, but still.
anyways. So yeah, next time I'll be doing Risley's story quest because he'll be available then. And getting him from the banner. I can't wait. And yeah. So anyway, thank you all for watching. And I'll see you all next time.